It's amazing how things are coming to pass. Many of us on YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, or at least 10 years I've been on YouTube. And I don't particularly use YouTube to make money because, and I'm going to do another video talking about that, because it seems as though you got all these TikTok beggars and you got all these people that were accustomed to making money on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and those revenues are drying up. And now we have a phenomenon of people begging for money, begging for donations on social media. And people have been doing videos talking about this. It's a TikTok begging phenomenon because the economy is bad. And when the economy begins to tank, the first thing that people begin to cut down on is entertainment, donations, things of that nature, because people just simply put, they don't have money to give. And so people who are dependent on the donations of others are going to suffer. And we're seeing that happen right before our very eyes. But what I wanted to talk about was, the concept of moving. When you're moving from the city to the country, you're coming out, you're trying to live a more sustainable lifestyle, because people laughed at me and mocked me when I did it, because things were relatively well. There was no, per se, housing crisis or rent crisis or anything like that. And so, a lot of people looked at me and was like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? But now it's amazing how I'm one of the wisest men that they've ever met. Why? Because they see, although the economy is getting worse, people like us, the people that got real skills, real assets, and developing real friendships, we're doing very well. And we're not being affected by, per se, the housing crisis or the food crisis or any of these expenses that have been going up exponentially. We're not being affected by it. And this is why we say, live debt-free. See, when you don't have a food bill, when you don't have or an extraordinary food bill, or when you don't have a mortgage, when you don't have a car note, because see, those are the two biggest expenses that you're going to have, of course, is rent. And you got people that are spending more than 30, 40, 50% of their income paying rent. And then you have food. Then you have, no, it's not rent. It's rent and then a car note. You got people paying $500, $600, $700 a month in car note expenses. And so these are the two biggest expenses that people are incurring today. And then after that, it is heating the home. Then after that, it's food. So when you're in a situation now, like the few of us that are, where we don't have a mortgage or rent, or we don't have a car note, you get to do a whole lot more with your money in terms of investments, because you're not spending it on basic living expenses. And as the economy continues to get worse, we don't have to worry about these things, because see, the new rich is being debt free. The new rich is not being saddled down with all of these expenses, in addition to being able to run or own your own business and bring value. Because see, at the end of the day, it's all about bringing value to society. If you don't bring value to society, if you're not a producer and you're nothing but a taker, you're going to suffer, and your family are going to suffer. You have to learn how to become a producer, a valued asset, because a lot of people today, you're either an asset or you're a liability. Which one are you? Which one would you define yourself as? because when you're an asset, then you don't have to worry about, because see, people are attracted to people that are assets, and people are not attracted to people that are liabilities. And when you're an asset, you're going to attract other people that understand the value of being an asset, being the value of being able to bring value to the table. But if you're not able to do that, if you're not able to create this value, you're going to be a detriment. You're going to hurt, not only for yourself, but for others. Fill up that water before I start working on this well. Fill up that water. Got to work on the well. Water tank, the pressure switch is acting funny. See, being able to produce value, being able to create, being able to fix, being able to do these things in order to solve problems. That's what it's about in this day and age. But definitely, I was watching this video. Definitely, and the brother was talking about it. He was like how the new rich is being debt free. The new rich is not being in a situation where you're inundated with all of these bills. And we've been telling people for years. I mean, this is just true wisdom right here. Being able to make sure that you can eliminate all of these expenses so that you can live a more peaceful, enjoyable life. But it took sacrifice at the beginning. It took sacrifice to put yourself or to put oneself in these kind of situations. But now we're reaping the benefits. That's how it works. But let me get on out here and get productive, because you see, I mean, once I get out this car, the only time I got the time to do videos is when I'm in the car, because I'm in the zone and we're so busy getting things done. But y'all stay blessed. Shalom.